Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant Alex here, and bringing you some Fallout. And yes, I realize for those of you that are familiar with settlements, this isn't one of your typical ones. This is I want to say it's the Nantic Power Plant. It's right by the glowing sea in the bottom left side of the map, right up there on the border. Literally, if you're familiar with Fallout, you can when you're looking to my character's right behind, in front, you can see kind of the artificial wall that they put in. And obviously, mods are definitely involved in this one. I have a mod that lets me one build on this settlement. I have a scrap everything mod, which I already went around and cleaned up a bunch of stuff. There's some like radiated barrels and a car in here, and that does bite me in the butt a little bit because the game doesn't recognize a lot of this stuff, even though I do have access to pretty much stuff that looks exactly the same through like I want to say it was the warehouse tab in one of the DLCs. But the whole idea behind this build is it's going to be a couple of videos in here and there. Right now we're just working on getting the main building itself set up, but this is going to be the my main player home. As you hear my beautiful kitty in the background, he's going to meow a little bit. And this is going to be the second floor. We already have the natural ladder that came in here. Not, I'm going to want to incorporate the building itself. So I'm kind of popping the floor in there. And I did have this building already done, but due to, I think that character's file got corrupted, and I pretty much got to the point where I was like, okay, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna go through all my mods, clean them all out. I had enough settlement mods. It was breaking the game, and I could pretty much build and scrap anywhere and everywhere. So I kind of reined that back in. I was like, looked at it more at a realistic point. So I have some settlements that are added from the mods to scrap everything and place everywhere mod. Hello, kitty. I know you want to say hi to the people on YouTube. But I'm getting the floor in here. I'm trying to get it to pop out here, which I did. And this is going to be like another little room built off the roof. And then the hard part is actually connecting it. The one thing I did not realize about this settlement is when I get here, I'm going to have to definitely beef up the security because just in the cleaning up process, I ended up having to fight 3 death claws. I think there's a 4th one to come, and Behemoth managed to mosey on over and greet me, which thankfully to laser rifle powers, he is a pile of ash at the front gate, quite literally. But my power armor is up on the roof of that little shack there, which I'm going to figure something out. Maybe give Dog Me a nice luxurious home. But thankfully the warehouse walls snap right here. It's the sides here that are a little tricky. And one of the things that I definitely have learned on is if you just try and weasel deal anything in there, and even if you have to temporarily place something to get rid of one of the automatical snap twos there, that might help out. But as of me actually recording and then posting this video, I recorded this actually on Christmas Eve. So if you have any ideas, definitely comment them down below because I'm always up for little opinions and opportunities. I kind of accidentally made the front gate myself, which you'll see that when the time comes. Stairs also help when you're placing stuff. And it's just going to be a nice little time lapse of building everything. I'm not getting into any crazy detail or setup right now. It's just the main building itself, which I don't want to cut everything out because, yes, that's adding some time to the video, but I've seen a lot of videos on like Fallout and stuff like, oh yeah, this just happened to fit perfectly. Nah, that's not how it happens. There's a little weasel and dealing in here, trying to get everything to work, and well, maybe this side will work or can try this out, which I think this is where I came up with one of my solutions, having those floating by. So I get them popped in there, and then I'll use the place anywhere mod to get them in. That way I just have to worry about a small little section. which I'm not. I really don't care if these poke through the walls or anything. It's yes, I like my build to be semi-neat and clean, but I mean, it's post-apocalyptic. That building is rusty and has holes, so if something looks a little wonky, it's just going to add a little bit more character to the building. And the one thing I hate is when something snaps where you want it to snap, but it snaps backwards. You sort of saw with that larger section there. I'm pretty much trying to do the same exact thing, but backwards now. So I get that close enough, and then and that little addition there, I'm thinking maybe having it like as the little workshop area. It's like the lone survivor. I think it's the lone survivor in Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is the lone survivor. We have the no lone survivor is Fallout 3. Then we have the courier, and then I actually can't remember what Fallout 4's little character's next name. I think it's the lone survivor actually, because you survived the whole vault there. I don't know. I'm thinking of having that as my character's workshop. You know, you go in here and you can work on your power armor, weapons, nice quiet little crafting area. You definitely have the floor space, which I do think I'm about to jump over to the wooden structures, just so everything lines up nicely with the roof. And the one thing I am excited about is I got the DLC for which gives us the Galaxy News Radio in that big beautiful island. I was excited when that came out because yay, more crafting. I think the giant sand island there. I might live stream that in future days. So be on the lookout for that. I actually am working on a Discord channel, so instead of following me on Twitter to find that out, it'll be on Discord, and a little thing will pop up saying, "Hey, I'm streaming now," or "Hey, I popped a video," and a better way of communicating with me and a few other friends and stuff that I stream with, and probably a way to maybe jump in World of Tanks together, do a little platoon or something. Monster Hunter World is becoming a little bit more of a main staple on the channel. I do enjoy that game, so maybe go hunt some Agenaths or Bariths. But back to Fallout 4. The walls are the biggest pain in the butt because I want windows and I want it to look cool, nice, semi-clean. Since, you know, you're building this and you're going to live here, so you want to put that little extra oomph in there. And I also want to have windows and little nooks and crannies where I can actually put turrets and weapons and barriers and stuff. That is the new bamboo they added, which I'm not crazy about, but in the right area, it might work. I'm not sure where you'd find bamboo in the middle of Massachusetts. Well, actually, I have a few ideas, but that's for another day. So now I'm using making a little snap with the artifact with that little flooring there. This wall was a nightmare. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to get everything to work nice and have neat, clean. So I actually don't know when I get there. I think I come to the. I think I get the idea that maybe it's the wall down low, or doing half sections. But see, I can get that one to work. So I'm like, okay, I'll just glitch it through the floor and then delete this floor. I think Dogmeat spends a lot of his time just falling through the floor there. And due to all the additions, snapping is kind of weird. I think it might have been something with that wall or something, but if you do want a mod list that I am using, I'm on an Xbox, so I don't know if it's on PlayStation, and there's probably different or better ones for PC. But if you are interested in one, let me know. I'll type something up and post in the video below. But I'm trying to get the walls to work there. I was figuring, okay, maybe I can attach stuff there, but if I can get those to snap, I can start getting actual roof sections to snap. And then I'm looking at my options for what I have. I think I decided to go with that little square flat piece because on top I can place some stuff, make like a little walkway, and have a little balcony, I think was my main idea. Get that going. Downside is no windows, but there's always a way to figure something out. Okay. At this point I think I'm realizing I need a ladder. So just flicking through everything. Go. Then just actually getting it to snap and line up is the hard part. I want it in there in the center of the room, so that's kind of in the middle now. All the flooring is going nicely, and I can walk straight up and look over everything, which I think is great. And then just a little bit of wood flooring there to kind of make it all look nice and neat and pretty. Then just some roof in there to make it bring the whole thing build together. I believe it goes. I'm just use this one type of roof. It goes like that, and then I flip it around to go over towards the other one, just to make it look. It's still its own independent build, but it all works cohesively in one building. And the one thing I learned from the delete anything and everywhere mod, be careful on what you delete. If you delete a piece of roofing, say on this beautiful, beautiful pre-made in the game already warehouse, you can't grab a roof chunk out of the warehouse in the settlement creator and use that. So I did kind of dungong goof, which I believe that is, well, it's going to be coming up. I believe it's coming up soon because I'm looking at this wall here. I'm thinking, I could put some skylights in or something. And I finally get the bright and cheery idea to, well, what I want to do is get rid of some of the holes in the roof. Thinking about covering those up, which I haven't figured out. And then, there we go. I delete it, and then I'm sitting here going, oh, joy. There's a hole. I can't have it sitting like that because it kind of looks weird from that angle. All the gaps and stuff. And I have a working idea. I plan on making it work. It's not going to look pretty. It's not going to look great and amazing. I'm definitely going to have to weasel deal my way out of this one. But I'm thinking of making this the front entrance of the building. There's already a door there. And all I have to do is add like a automatic turreted guard tower. Because there's no way I'm making that gap work with the build. And I'm kicking myself in the head because the one major error I've done is I did not save. If you're going to be doing anything on this where you don't have 100% control, save before you do any major building. In the long run, it's worth it. I don't want to have to rebuild what I already added because that wall was a pain in the butt and getting everything to line up wasn't exactly fun either. But I'm looking, yeah, I don't have it. I'm crying on the inside. I'm saving now. I know the error of my ways, and it with the amount of time I've put into Fallout 4, you would think that I know to do that, which part of me does, the rest of me doesn't, and for some reason I'm stubborn and don't want to. But I am excited for this building. It's relatively big, and this is where I get the bright idea. Let's just use the box cars to kind of fill in the blanks. I was thinking maybe putting one in the building itself, and here we go. I got the idea. That is my quick little fix. I'm definitely going to sit down and tinker with it off camera and stuff to get it all to work nicely. Thinking, okay, we can walk it through, but there's no nice, pretty way to cover up that hole. So I'm thinking I can cover it up with some decorative junk and stuff. But for now, that looks like a nice little addition. I actually don't think the railroad tracks are too far off, so lore-wise, getting that there is semi-possible. But I do have a few other settlements and stuff from mods and whatnot that are allowing me to pretty much build on here. And then I have some that spice up other settlements. I'm definitely going to be doing a Red Rocket Truck Stop one again. Out of all the settlements, Red Rocket Truck Stops are my favorite just because they're versatile. You can jump on the roof, or you can build out of the building itself, add on to it, go through the garage door, this, that, the other way. I can make them 10 different ways. I think I have one on this settlement that I haven't shown that is still semi-unique. Which I think this one I'm setting up to have into an actual base. I built like a little wall with some shacks in the back. So I think that if I did, I think I might do a little tour on that one. It's definitely set up for future expanding, but this is it for the build so far. I spent about an hour. I cut a lot of it off camera just cleaning up and getting that building itself working. And Deathclaws be damned, I will be finishing this build. I'm thinking of actually making a Deathclaw sanctuary via the little cages there in the animal something something DLC. I'm not sure what it's called, so that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and check out for future content. So, as Alex, hope you have a nice day. Until next time.